Rev up your engines. Okay, it's starting to rain outside. There's black clouds over there. Is that going to stop Scotty from working? No, and you shouldn't let it stop you either. Now, originally I started out as a mobile mechanic, import auto on the road. Then, years later, I upgraded and I got a big beach umbrella. And that was my all-purpose weather cover. I'd put up the beach umbrella. You see my old videos. Well, guess what? Now I'm staying at the house working on cars. I have a mobile garage to bring out if it's raining. Yes, I'm going up in the world. Here it comes. And here we go. Stage one. Not that bad. You put a couple sticks in here. There, we'll take a little inside view. It's already looking like a tent. The stick here pushes way up at the top. There we go. The top goes here. Then that slides in. Each end locks up. I'll get the other one. Then each edge has a Velcro tie down. There it goes. Just crank it up higher. You crank it until it stops clicking. And as you can see, we can drive the car in. Now, as you can see, this is the top, but the sides are all open, the whole 360 degrees. And this is actually the best, safest type of covering. Since it's open, if you got the car running, no carbon monoxide gas is going to build up. If you get an enclosed one, it's got two big problems. One, if you're running a car inside, you might kill yourself with the fumes or chemicals you're using. And two, if a windstorm comes, the enclosed ones, I've seen them blow down the street and get holes ripped in them. One, this can take a lot more wind. Two, if it gets windy, all you gotta do is crank those down, pull the top off. Takes about a minute. Naked aluminum frame itself, the wind generally isn't gonna bother that. Now, as you can see and hear, we put this tent up just in the nick of time. And since it is pouring rain outside, today I'm gonna talk about how to protect your car from water damage. And the first thing has to do with leaking sunroofs. Now, this may sound strange, but even when your sunroof is closed, it's not a perfect seal. Water will get in here. So we'll open it up to show you what's happening inside the sunroof. Now, when you look inside here, see that little black hole? Right there. That is a drain hole. There's one on the left front. There's a little one here. There's a little tiny one here. There it is. It's harder to see. Then when you go to the right side, there's one here, and you can see it's clogged up. It's not draining. So what we do is get some air blast. In this case, it's electronic duster. Doesn't matter. Any kind of compressed air. And we stick it in the hole, which is hiding in here, and blast away. And there's the hole. Now you can see it. We've cleaned it out and it's draining. Just do all four corners with the spray. Pretty easy fix there. I normally use compressed air with my air compressor and a little nozzle, but actually this is safer. This has less pressure. It won't hurt anything. If you get a big compressor like mine and say put 120 psi, you might blow something out with a hole. A little lower pressure one actually works better and safer. Then just remember to close the sunroof before you go back out in the rain. But that's just the beginning. You got drain holes all over your car, even though you probably don't know about it. Check this out. Your doors have drain holes you probably don't even know about. As we look under here, there's tiny little drain holes. There's one here. We go further down, there's another one here. And there's another one down there. Now, this might not sound right, but the inside of your door is not sealed that well. Yeah, there's rubber seals here, but they're not perfect. Water always gets inside the doors. Did you ever notice how if you take your doors apart, you see there's a plastic sheet? That's a vapor barrier to keep the water from getting inside and ruining the inside of your door card. You're always getting water inside that door, and it's got to drain out of those drain holes. So you want to clean them out every once in a while too, to get all the crud out. Because if you don't, the inside of your door will fill up with water, it'll rust. You see a lot of them rusted on the edge. It can even destroy electronics. Water and electronics don't go together. Now, if you got a really old junky car, or you've been in a wreck, and you had the windshield replaced, they didn't seal it right, then water will get in the dash. It can ruin the computer, electronics, and all kinds of stuff. Which is, of course, why you want to keep the drains clean for a sunroof if you have a sunroof, because that water will all drip down and get in there too. Yes, water will rust steel. Well, water's even worse for electronics. And speaking of other drains you might not think about, realize your trunk has a drain too. Now, as they age, these seals aren't perfect anymore. When they're new, they don't leak. or if a car's been wrecked, or if you live in a rainy place like Houston, Texas, like I used to. A lot of people don't know, but it actually rains more each year in Houston, Texas than in Seattle, Washington. So when you put groceries in, whatever, in and out of the trunk, a lot of water can get in. You want it to drain out. So if you look under the trunk, you can see a big old drain hole. Now, this used to be covered with a big rubber plug. And there's one in the front here too. Now in my own cars as they age, I always take those plugs out. Because then if any water gets in, it will immediately drain out of them. Now, I don't take my cars underwater, and I don't drive them in any type of deep water. If you drove in deep water, water of course would come in there. But you shouldn't be driving in deep water anyways, and it's great for leaving them drained, just taking them off. After all, it's not like the hole goes all the way up here. You'd have to open this up, take all that out, and the drain plug's way under here. It's nice to have something to drain them out, rather than having the bottom of your trunk soaked in water for years, then it rusts out. Cars are sealed enough as it is. It's kind of a good idea to have those open, kind of like roof vents on the roof of your house. You want to have a little air circulation. With those off, you get a lot more air circulation, and I found out, especially in a humid place like Houston, leaving them out, the cars dry better, because then you got a little bit, all that heat of the summer where it gets super hot inside the car, and all that heat and water vapor, it can escape through the vents. Not a bad idea. They're on the bottom anyways. Who really cares? Now, if you don't want your trunk lid to last as long as possible without leaking, here's a trick. Get some heavy-duty spray silicone and spray it all on the lip seal. All the way around. Then let the spray silicone soak in for 5-10 minutes. Then wipe off any of the residue. That'll keep the rubber pliable, make the best seal possible. And if you really want to do a good job, do the top of the trunk too, so that you get all the debris and crud off. You can see there's some there. So it'll seal perfectly all the way around again. That way the trunk will seal perfectly. And when you open it again, you ever had that? You can't get it open, it's kind of stuck and it goes when it comes up, it won't. Why? When I do it now, push the magic button, easy, doesn't stick. So now you know all about rain and how to prevent damage to your car by checking all the drains. I give you free information all the time, but now, guess what? I'm giving you away one of these mobile garage tents. To have a chance to win, place a clean, non-offensive comment on the YouTube comments below, and the winner will be chosen randomly by computer to get this great carport tent so you can work on your car even in the rain like Scotty does. And here's some bonus questions and answers. Cruise Mafia says, I have a 2014 Chevy Cruze 1.4 turbo. The car smokes when the RPM is between 1800 and 2000. This will happen in any gear if it's in the RPM range of 1800 to 2000. It'll also smoke when I back up and put it in drive and get it past 2000 RPMs, then it stops. Basically, it's a Chevy Cruze. Your engine's wearing out. It's piston rings. You got problems with your piston rings at certain RPMs. Now, you might have bad valve seals too. Who knows? You didn't tell the mileage you have on it. But those 1.4 turbos, that's why I tell people, do not buy a small displacement engine with a turbo. It will wear out faster when you have a small displacement engine, like that 1.4 with a turbo. It wears everything out faster. Piston rings, valve seals, everything's going to wear out faster because it goes at higher RPMs. And your engine's just wearing out. Now, I mean, if it's oil's cheap, you don't mind driving it, keep driving it. I mean, the car's worth nothing. It's a 7-year-old Cruze. They're not worth anything, but if you want to keep it, just keep adding oil as it burns it. And now you could change the PCV valve. Maybe that'll help it a little. That's cheap, but other than that, there's really nothing you can do. You could put in that Lucas oil additive, not the thick stuff, but the thin stuff for modern cars. It might help it a little, but basically your engine's wearing out. Under 1998 says, I'm considering a BMW convertible 93 E36 325i. Runs great, in great shape, no rust. Is it worth $1,500? How reliable are they? Could I use it as a daily driver? Well, only if you're going to daily drive to the BMW dealer back and forth. They're endless money pits, but on the other hand, it's only $1,500. If it runs and you want a weekend toy convertible, what are you going to get for $1,500? I've had customers buy them like that, not spend all that much money and keep them as a toy. But if you want a daily driver, forget it. Do not buy that car. One, it's 28 years old, and all the rubber stuff is going to crack. It's going to leak. A lot of plastic crap on those cars, even back then, that's going to crack and break. Don't buy it as an everyday driver. You want a toy, go ahead, but don't buy it as an everyday driver. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.